Hello, my dear friends. My reflection today is a companion to my letter in the bulletin on Palm Sunday or Passion Sunday. And of course, some elements of what I'm about to share with you will also be in the sermon, which we have just finished with and posting Mass 10 o'clock this morning. And it's the same thoughts that kept coming to me having to do with the word passion. And as I said this morning, I've never heard the word used so often as I've heard it in the recent past. The passion of doctors and nurses in unbelievable circumstances, nurturing and saving lives. The passion of first responders, EMTs, police, fire, so many others, in getting people to hospitals, in having to make unbelievable decisions about which hospital and where and who's overcrowded and what do we do now. And in worrying about their own members, police, fire, and EMTs who themselves have contracted the virus. And there is a passion with which those people do their job and with which they worry about one another. And the passion of scientists and medical labs everywhere who know that lives depend upon developing treatments and vaccines. So we are passionate in this moment of passion, as Christ was passionate in his moment of passion. But his passion was for all of us. His passion was for all of humanity. Christ's passion was to bring God's message of salvation to the whole world. And he was passionate about it. He was passionate about it his whole life. And although we attach the name passion to his walk to Calvary and what he suffered with and how he died, the truth was that his life was also a life of passion. Passion about taking care of others. Passion about spreading God's message of love and peace to anyone. What did the shepherds hear? Peace on earth and goodwill to all at his birth. So we ourselves now are the conduits, if you will, of this passionate message. And we are expressing it in our own way, in the text that we're sending to family members that we cannot be with, sending it in messages of hope and little videos that we are sharing with our grandchildren, letting them know how much we love them, brothers and sisters, and all of us who have become somewhat like shut-ins. And so we're passionate now about hooking up with each other, and more now than ever as a result of this. But getting back to Jesus Christ, which is the reason why I am coming to you today, is this whole idea of what he was willing to do for you and I, the passionate way that he wanted to teach us of God's love for us. And he did it in every possible way that he could. He did it by feeding people. He did it by raising some from the dead. He did it by parables, telling them stories in a way that they would understand. He did it by forgiving, teaching us the importance of forgiving. How many times? 70 times, 7 times. What a challenge that is in life. And of course, teaching us about healing. And that's always my favorite image of Christ, Christ the healer. Christ the healer. And as he said, my favorite phrase, which I used in my sermon this morning and one which I will leave you with today, at the end of every episode of healing, he let the person know that their faith was the active ingredient in the healing process. Go in peace. Your faith has saved you. Go in peace, your faith has saved you. Not only healed you, but it has saved you. Salvation is given unto you. Faith, so very, very important. Christ didn't want to travel the countryside and be seen as some charlatan healer who would walk into town and heal people and then wander away. He was a person who wanted to raise people up in the faith that God has given to them, you, me, and everyone. The gifts that we get when we're born, they rest in the human heart. And what you make of them is the measure of the life that you will have. And so he wanted to send those people on their way by saying, "Go in peace. Your faith has saved you." Remember that this week, my friends, as we are confronted with the news that we will reach the apex or the crest of this infectious issue. We will need faith. We will need faith in one another, in all those who watch over us and protect us. We will need an abundance of faith. But have no fear, because it comes from God through Christ. Go in peace. Your faith has saved you, from the lips of Jesus Christ himself. It sanctifies our lips when we say it and when we embrace that faith. Take care, my friends. I will see you next time. God bless. And let's hope for a week of better news. Go in peace. Your faith has saved you.